Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be doing a short tutorial of the fruit trees in my garden and some of the other plants that I'm growing. As you can see, it's in the middle of February, nice sunny day, but you can see that the plants haven't got any leaves on there. There's no flowers on there at all. Look at this plant here. This is a lavender plant, and within a month or so you should be seeing some leaves and some flowers growing on there, and it will turn purple. At the moment there's nothing on there. In this corner here I have a lovely blackberry plant, and this is supposed to be a thornless one. Even though they say thornless, there are still thorns on there, so just be careful when you're handling these plants. I've grown it in a corner of my garden, so it's easier to maintain. If there are any branches that start growing out and away from the plant, I'll just trim it down. Last year we had lots of flowers and lots of fruits on this tree, so it's absolutely brilliant. Now over to this side here we have an apple tree. Now this apple tree is a special apple tree. The apples on there are absolutely delicious. They don't grow that large, however they taste beautiful. They taste a bit like the pink lady apple. They're pink and reddish on the outside and white in the inside. I don't think they're pink lady apples, but they do taste a bit like that. So I'm really fond of these apples. Hopefully within a few weeks, maybe a month, we should start seeing some flowers on this tree, and the fruits should be growing slowly. Now if you go closer to the tree, to the branches, you can see that these branches are growing now. That's the first sign of spring, and it's a good sign because you can see that on all the branches we are getting new shoots coming out. Hopefully these will bear new fruit. Okay, so that's the apple tree. Over here to this side, this is a pear tree. They're not very tall, these trees. They're about 3 meters tall. However, they do bear lots of fruits, and that's another technique that I'm going to do on another video, just to show you how to keep the fruit trees smaller, but at the same time making sure that they bear maximum fruit. So this is a pear tree, and as you can see here, yeah, the shoots are growing there, so nice sign of spring there, and they're growing all over the tree, which hopefully means that I will be getting a lot of fruit, a lot of pear from this tree. Now this tree bears pear fruits which are pinkish and reddish in color, with a bit of green and yellow on there. So they're not conference pears, but they are very tasty. You can eat them as a fruit or cook them as a dessert. Over to this side we have got a plum tree. These are Victoria plums. They're very, very tasty, very succulent, juicy, sweet plums. And again, as you can see, it's blooming. So it won't be long till we start seeing flowers and leaves on this tree, and then not long till we get the fruits. The fruit, we usually harvest the fruits off this tree in the middle of summer. Now over to this corner here, now this is one of my favorite trees. This is a fig tree. It's only a little tree, it's about 2 to 3 feet tall. However, last year we managed to eat about 15 to 20 figs, if you don't believe it or not, from this tree, and the figs are absolutely gorgeous. They are large in size. They're not dark in color on the outside. They are light green. However, the inside is succulent and juicy and sweet, and you can see the signs of new branches growing there, and these will bear the new fruits hopefully. 21. I've just come out to have a look at how the fruit trees are doing, and since last time. So if you look at this tree here, this plant, this is a blackberry plant, and it's definitely, the shoots definitely look much bigger and healthier than the last time we had a look. If you look closely, we talked about the thorns. If I can zoom in a little bit better. So the thorns, you can see the thorns. Yeah, that's much better. There are thorns still on there, and even though they sold it to me as a thornless blackberry, plant, you do get a few thorns growing. So as I said before, you just need to be careful, but you can see the shoots are definitely larger and bigger and healthier. So it's growing well so far. Let's move over to this one. This is the apple tree, and as you can see, these shoots definitely look larger. Yeah, the shoots are about a centimeter, some of them are 2 centimeters. Even this one, I mean this one is approximately 3 to 4 centimeters. So the shoots are looking nice and healthy. Right, if we move over to this tree here, this is the pear tree, and you can see the shoots very clearly now. Last time I took the video, I made the video, you couldn't see the shoots as well. You can see the flowers coming out, so that's an excellent sign that the tree is nice and healthy and ready to bear fruits. The pear tree again, as you can see, new shoots all along the branch. So I'm hoping I'm going to get lots and lots of pears this year. As you can see, the tree is not very tall, about 2 to 3 meters max. But last year I got lots of fruits from these trees. This one is the plum tree, but you can see very clearly the flowers growing there. The shoots are a bit much larger, and the flowers have actually started to come out. So that's an excellent sign that spring has come, and hopefully within the next few months we shall see how this gets on. But I'm hoping I'm going to get lots and lots of plums from this as well. I have pruned it down, so there were lots of branches at the bottom which I've pruned down. You can see this one here, these large branches. So yeah, it's necessary that you prune your fruit trees during spring so that it can grow and bear lots of fruits. And finally, over to this one here. This is the fig tree, and you can see this one's growing slightly slower than the rest, but I can definitely see the new shoots growing, and it does look nice and healthy. So let's see how that goes. It's the 1st of April. It's early in the morning, just before 8, and you can see the pear tree and the plum tree are just covered in buds and flowers. It's looking beautiful. Even the apple tree's got leaves and buds growing now. It's catching up with the two. This is what the pear tree buds are looking like. 15th of April 2021. So you can see the buds have grown lovely pink and white color. These pears are absolutely delicious. You can have them as a fruit or even cook them, use them in desserts. And I'm hoping I get lots of these this year. Last year it was a fantastic harvest. You can see the flowers are looking amazing, the buds. Tells you a lot about the pear. And this is the plum tree, covered in flower. Absolutely covered in flowers. I'm hoping we get lots of plums from this one. The plums on this is just very different from any other plum that I've had or anything that I've bought from the supermarket. Nice and dark purple, sweet, succulent, juicy inside. You can see the whole plant is covered in flowers, and I can see a lovely, is that a queen bee? I'll check that out. Queen bee has come to my garden to pollinate the fruits and vegetables. I'm so lucky to get these guys. I'm so lucky to have these guys come and visit my garden, because these are real superheroes of the garden. Look at the size of that one. Wow, it's gone. Hi, it's in the middle of May at the moment, and I thought I'll just make a nice little short video to show you how the fruits are growing on the tree. So this is the pear tree. You can see the fruits are growing nice and well. The flowers have all fallen off, but there's plenty of fruits on the tree. See, everywhere you look there are fruits, pears. Okay, now if you look at the ground, you can see all the flowers, and also the buds that weren't very strong have fallen off. Okay, which isn't a bad thing, because I couldn't possibly have so much pear on one tree. It would literally take the tree down. Okay, so you can see lots of flowers have fallen, and we had some really bad weather, so which took out a lot of the fruits, which are now on the floor. But not too upset about it, because if you look at the tree itself, there's plenty of strong fruits still on there. Okay, yeah, lots of fruits on there. Okay, let's move on to the plum tree. Now you can see the plum tree. It's difficult to see the fruits, but because they're the same color as the leaves, but you can see the fruits there, little plums growing, and they are growing all along the branch. Let's have a look at another branch. Look at all these plums. Okay, they'll be growing into larger, darker, juicier, sweeter plums. At the moment they're very small, and they are difficult to see because they get camouflaged with the leaves. But if you look closely, you can see all the fruits growing. Plenty of fruit on this tree, and I'm hoping I get a good harvest of plums this year. These plums are absolutely delicious. Nothing like the ones you buy from the shops. Very different, very juicy, dark in color, long, and very sweet. You can see all the fruits growing on there. Okay, so that's the plum tree. Very quickly show you what the apple tree is looking like. So the apple tree is slightly behind the plum and the pear tree, but you can see there's lots of flowers on the tree, which means that, you know, hopefully we'll get lots of apples on here. Last year the harvest wasn't very good, only had a few. As I said, the apples on this tree are delicious, very nice, very sweet. They look a bit like the pink lady apple, very white on the inside and pink on the outside. Very, very sweet. So I'm hoping I get lots of apples on this tree this year. Okay, I'll keep you updated and show you what they look like in a few weeks' time. Let's have a look at how the fruit trees are doing. These are the pears. As you can see, they're not conference pears. Got a lovely red colour on the outside, as well as a bit of green. Very sweet. Pears on every single branch of this tree. It's loaded with pears. Not fully grown, as you can see. Let's have a look at the apple tree. You can see apples. These are lovely apples. They're very sweet, not tangy at all. Plenty of apples growing all over the place. Okay. Let's go and check the plum tree out. You can't see the plums because they are still green. But if I get close enough, you'll be able to see they look like raw mangoes. So I'm getting under the tree. You can see all the plums growing on the branches. This is what mango looks like when it's raw and in its early stages. So this is the plum tree. Lots of plums growing. I'm really happy with this. These plums are delicious. They will turn purple, dark purple, when they are fully grown. Let's go over to this side. Check this out. Plums all along the branches, everywhere. So I'm happy with that. See, this one is rotten, so I'm going to take that one off. Fantastic.